Fox News at 10.
A snake charmer in Charlotte. A man finds fun money when coiling up to terror becomes a full-time job.
Lions and tigers and bears. This time of year in this part of the woods, it's snakes making people say, oh my.
There are about 30 species in the area, one that's venomous. And there's a guy who's happy to help if you find one.
A hook to grab him with, and something to put him into.
He's not a doctor, but he makes house calls, grabbing his gear and coming to the rescue in slithery situations like this one.
So I looked over this way and I saw a head, so I was like, Mom, there's a snake.
Ursula Adderton tried to handle the copperhead on her own by hitting it, but it was still on the move.
And I said, okay, his head is pointing towards me, he's poisonous, I can't do anything.
So she dialed up Dennis Seda, the snake man. He caught Ursula's not-so-welcome guest, then took some time to inform the group.
The best course of action is just leave him alone.
Or leave the venomous variety for him to remove and take to a safer place.
Is it that time of year?
It's that time of year.
When the serpents come out of the winter ground in search of food and mates. That means the phone questions keep coming.
It's probably either a smooth earth snake or a worm snake.
As do requests for Dennis's services. This rat snake was too high in the tree to catch.
And ain't no getting him down from there.
But had it been within reach, he would have tried to convince the homeowners to keep it in the area as part of his ongoing effort to educate.
It's a very good snake to have around. That up there is a black rat snake. That one has a belly full of squirrel, and they're very good at doing what they do, which is eating rodents and controlling the rodent population.
So the snake, in most cases, is your buddy?
Yes. They just have a lot of bad press.
Dennis became the snake man full-time when he was downsized out of another job. He says the snake season runs from now until the middle of October, and he's caught as many as 8 in a day. It is $75 to humanely remove a snake, $35 for a visit and education session. You'll find more info on how to contact snake removal on our website, foxcharlotte.tv.
A local business is taking pest control to the next level by focusing on conservation. The Huntersville-based business is centered around snake removal. In the past year, the owner has been correcting misconceptions about the slithery reptiles. News 14 Carolina's Lisa Hernandez has more.
They've gotten a bad rap for thousands of years, but one Huntersville man has set out to change all that. Meet the Snake Man, dedicated to snake rescue and conservation.
We come out to people's homes and property and help them deal with snake problems. Not so much as in removing them necessarily, but helping alleviate a homeowner's fears.
Dennis Seda began making random house calls for people who needed help catching and relocating snakes away from their property. He became so popular around his neighborhood, he turned it into a business. A year and a half later, he and his partner, Christian Reynolds, are fielding an average of 6 calls a day. It's a job they're both proud of, teaching others the right way to handle unwanted reptiles.
We don't kill the snakes. We have basically places that we can drop off a snake and it can live out its life in utter obscurity pretty much.
And that's key, he says, to the health of any neighborhood. Snakes help get rid of disease-carrying rats and mice, a service they're not typically rewarded for, but these guys say they should be.
They're very important around here. They're the biggest predator of rodents in the area.
And most of them are harmless.
We have yet to ever see or hear of a case where a snake actually came out of hiding and chased a person for no reason whatsoever, because they just don't do it.
It's just one of several lessons you'll learn from the Snake Man, who's made it his mission to correct misconceptions and conserve the area's reptilian population, all in the same work week. In Huntersville, Lisa Hernandez, News 14 Carolina.